New and updated mods are here for Farming Simulator 25, and today we're going to take a look at them. In total, today, 20 mods released. All platforms got 15 new, and PC and Mac players got 3 new and 2 updates. Check those timestamps to see what you want to see first. Also, heads up, Farm Sim News will be releasing after this video, so if you're looking for that, it'll be out soon. Starting off new for all platforms, we have the MAN TGE Flatbed. This has got quite a few different customization options, 177 horsepower on here. You can change up the design from a standard to a fire department set, which is going to remove a couple options, plus we get the livery on there. We're going to go without for now. Engine options is really just a manual or automatic transmission, so nothing wild and crazy there. Warning stripes could be added towards the front. Beacon is just going to be a left, both, or none setup. As far as bumpers go, we have the full plastic set right here. We can also do the full plastic in white. Then we have a default, which I imagine is plastic in black, and then default in white, which, I'll be honest, looks almost exactly like that one. And then we have a painted bumper as well. Trailer hitch around towards the very back. You can add that if you like it. Probably should come standard, but I guess it is what it is. And then we get a main color, which could be changed up. Just for funsies, let's go with a full fire department setup right here. Why not? That looks a little bit rough. No warning signs on this one, funny enough. Find that interesting. But if you do go with the fire department version, you can get blue beacons instead of the orange ones. We do have a couple animations for this, which I find very interesting. So the strobe lights on the top, or the beacons rather, well, they're this little circular strobes. I don't know if I've ever seen them quite like that before. Looks pretty cool. I dig it. This doesn't have a tipper in it, but we do have straps, and we even have a button that says tip side. Well, this has to do with what that opens up. So if we go with a tip side back, you could change it up then to be a tip side left. So you could do that. You've also got right or all, which is probably the one that I would recommend just to put it on all the time. Additionally, we can open up the front doors, which is neat. But otherwise, that is it. Those are all of your animations. I did everything that this thing can do. Next one on our list, the CNH Varifeed and TerraFlex 18-foot. This comes with 2 headers. You got your New Holland as well as the case-height version, 5.5 meters at 6 miles per hour. We do have a couple options for these as far as decals. We have new and old for both New Holland and case. And then we also have a gold edition, which could be added up for your New Holland there. As far as the case goes, here's your old logo. And here's our new logo. Next up, the Lizard GranMax 3125. This is a 32,000 liter auger wagon. We do have a couple different wheel brands to choose from. Got a Michelin set there. We could see our Midas set right here. I also got the BKT with the wide chunky tires. One of my favorites, of course, trailer board. Can't forget about those. And it even comes with those big, humongous T404s. One of my favorites of all times. Or you could just go with a Lizard if you wanted to make it match up with some other stuff. As far as your main colors, you got main design and rim color. I believe that design is going to be the cover, and it is. One of the nice things, though, we'll say, is you could change this up to kind of whatever you want. The Lizard logos and stuff, that's in black and white. You do have the GranMax in gray and yellow at the back, but other than that, not too shabby. And we even have a trailer hitch, so we can pull multiples of these together. Kind of neat. Moving on, rocking and rolling with Lizard AT01 from the ARM team. This is a regular tipper holding 4,000 liters, but you can also make it an auto-loading bale trailer. As a matter of fact, as far as I can tell, it is auto-load no matter what you do, because it is still showing our bale markers right here in the middle. So that's pretty cool. We do have some different wheel brands to choose from as well. Nothing too wild and crazy through there. So heads up there. We have a cover on the smallest one. It's kind of neat. Pretty small for that. And then we have colors for all the things. Also, this has an insane number of capacities for bales. So for the 80 capacity, I think this in here shows a 78 centimeter. You could load up to 410 of them. For your 120s, which is the baby bales, 335 of them. For the 180 square bales, 18, 220 is 15, and 240s, you can load up 12. It'll also load up their Heston bales from their Heston baler pack. 8 of those can be loaded up, and as far as round bales, you've got 14 of the 125, 14 of the 150, and you can even load 10 of the 180s. So this thing will load so many bales. It's ridiculous. Round cotton bale capacities at 12 and square cotton bale capacity is at 1. It'll load up all the things. Goodness gracious. And it's cheap, $1,500. And that's with the specs that I've got on here. Hey, can we make this thing $1,000? Yeah, there you go. $1,000 auto load trailer. It's crazy. So if you're curious about a couple of those sizes, so this is one of the custom sizes that it uses. These are the large Heston bales that come out of their Heston baler. And then I don't have this mod installed, but it is the Lely AP730, another square baler, little baby baler. It makes a couple different sizes, and it can also work with this as well. Does that trailer look familiar? Oh yeah. Next one on our list, we have the Horsch Pronto DC from MAN 26. Big OG model right there. In here we have 5,000 or 7,000 liter capacity. Now you are always going to have a direct drill seeder here, and you're always going to have seed and solid fertilizer. But if you go up to the 7,000, you go from 2,000 liters of solid fertilizer and 3,000 liters of seed. Then you go up to 3,000 liters of solid fertilizer and 4,000 liters of seed, which could definitely get you through a little bit more. It costs $2,000, but this is already $100,000, which ain't too shabby. You can add some extra rolling wheels at the very front, and we can move where the ladder is on the side. Now, this is 9 meters, 270 horsepower required, so might be pretty popular. I'm digging this. I wish I could take out the solid fertilizer, but I think that's a me thing. Weighs 9 tons by itself, does all of your standard crops through there, and we've loaded them up, and as you can see right here, 2,000, 3,000 for solid fertilizer and seeds respectively, and then for the larger version, 3,000 and 4,000. And we got a big old mulcher! This is the Gyrax G760, 150 horsepower, 7.6 meters, and 9 miles per hour. We can add some extra lighting around towards the very back to kind of light up everything back there, and then you can either go with a 3-point hitch, or you could go with the K80, or even a standard. So you basically have a 3-point, a ball, or pin hitch. It's very nice to have all of those options. Wonderful, wonderful setup here. And weirdly, we have 3 weights. Very odd to have that many in a single day. So the first one is the weight with winch. You can do either 800, 1800, and anything in between as far as your weight goes itself, which has got some pretty cool setups all there. And then, of course, we have main color and rim color. Your main is going to be, well, the main, and then your design, did I say rim? Your design up there, that's going to be your weights themselves. You can either put a box around them or nada. And then we have a winch on there which will run 9 tons. Very, very cool. Secondly, we have the MF Wave, the Massey Ferguson Wave. This is from Ada Modding and his ABP team featuring Black Sheep Modding. They say this was done in the early 70s all the way through the late 90s. 2,500 kgs on this one. 2,500? Yeah, 2,500, yeah. It comes in a Massey Ferguson beige, but I changed it up to Massey red for this video. And your last mod before we get into placeables, we have the Lizard Front Counterweight Pack. So with this one, we have types of space to be filled. So you can either do it with crushed rock, which weighs 750 kg, or concrete, which is 1.1 tons. We actually have 2 of these, a little bit of a smaller one here as well, and this one is between 550 and 750. So if you'd like to go a little bit of a smaller one, you can do that. Very cool. Reflectors can be added. Flag stickers could be added. We have quite a few different ones in there as well, which is nice. And then we've got brand stickers as well, so you can really make this thing bright. Then we've got setups for your attachments on the front, or the back rather. This is just gonna move that ball up and down, and then you get color options. You get quite a few greens, I'm guessing for, what was that, lizard? Yeah, it's gotta be lizard. Or you could change them to whatever you like. Now we get into placeables. Got a fun one for you. The American Midwest Man's Cave. The Man Cave is here. Oh, yeah. Well, just look at that floor shine, baby. We've got these super cool lights in here. We've got these super cool lights in here as well. Crank that on. Haha, yeah. Love that. Love seeing that. We've got where we first saw this guy, which is very neat. And I know on PC right now, we've got the lift just by itself. It should be coming to crossplay as well. He's put together a whole pack of those, so that is nice. And then we've got 2 sides. So the one side here, just full drive-through. We've got another one over here as well, full drive-through with pressure washer. that doesn't make all that noise, which is nice to see. More lighting in here. That's such cool lighting, dude. And then we get another area here. So this would be for like smaller vehicles or maybe something if you wanted to pull it in. The lift really doesn't line up with much, but you can get stuff in here and kind of back it into place if you wanted to. So that's nice. This little area here, four-wheelers maybe, mowers maybe. You got man doors right there as well. And if we come over here and press the button, it's got an elevator, dude. How cool is that? Ah, it's awesome. Up here you got stuff, no interactables or anything like that, so you're not gonna be doing any of that, but you can easily just come out here and then ride it all the way back down. Oh yeah, you can also send it, and if you're like, I pressed the button, oh no! You can easily just come back over and hit the button. So you're good to go. Although I think being up at the top and trying to hit the button might be difficult, but you could jump down and you're good to go. As far as this one as well, we do have a bunch of different colorways to choose from, so that's pretty cool. If we jump in here, it's 140 bucks or 140,000 rather, and then we'll select a color here just at random. Here we go. We'll go with a blue, and then we can see with the colorways you've got either sides, roof and trim, just the roof, sides and the trim, or all. So you can really kind of change it up. As far as the one here, I've just gone for sides because I like the black and white look, especially with all the interior the way that it is. Whew, I'm running out of breath, but it's very cool. Oh yeah, and of course you can work on stuff in here too. Super awesome building, super happy to see it out, and it is kind of the sister building to the American Midwest Woods Shed. So if you've got that, this is basically the same thing on the outside, just with a fully updated interior. Next up, the puppy dog station, the doghouse with decoration. So, of course, we have the doghouse. Happy puppy. What I did? Don't be yawning, it's still early for me too. And then around it, we've got some bells and just kind of some cool decorations. So that is very, very nice. Can I grab this thing and throw it? Hey, what button is it to throw stuff? I could drop it. Oh yeah, that's right. They haven't fixed throwing on console yet. So you have to be on PC if you want to throw anything. I don't know why they did that. It was a terrible decision. And before anybody says anything, yes, my button is bound down here. However, it just doesn't work. Next we have Beehive, 5,000 bucks. This could be yours. Now, I will tell you this, it is not Beehive. You have to look for the mod name if you've got that, but it's Beehive Old, which I don't like it when stuff is a different name as the mod, especially if there's one thing in it. It just doesn't make any sense. If you need a liquid manure tank, why not go for this thing? Look at it in comparison to the shed. Goodness gracious. This will hold 4.5 million liters of slurry. Oh my goodness. $115,000, $40 a day upkeep, which is a little high for a silo like this, but we've got it. So if you've been looking for a massive, massive silo for your slurry, this is it. And lastly, we have the Decorative Rocks. And for some reason, this rock that I put down made a mound right there. They seem to be raising the ground up around them, and I don't know why. But we've got a bunch in here. So many, in fact, that you probably could build like a whole mountainside with these things. I mean, look at that. Look at that. They got all kinds of sizes in here. Big ones, small ones, little rock piles, medium rock piles. There's a bunch. I mean, there's quite literally a bunch of rocks in there. I don't know how many there are, but there's a bunch. And the best thing is, whenever you're done with them, you can easily delete them because they are placeables. And your last new one for all platforms today is going to be this guy, the Grain Elevator Museum. It has finally been turned into a placeable and can be rebuilt from scratch. As far as I can tell, you're going to need the exact same stuff that you would in the base game to put this thing together, but it is here for all, well, everything. So you are able to get it in and out. Only thing is, I've noticed the door doesn't open. So that's a tricky one. And we, of course, all these doors and stuff are not going to be opening, not yet at least. Yeah, I mean, not too shabby. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I guess that door wouldn't open anyway, would it? You're going to have to rebuild it, so the stairs are there. That's probably why I remember that opening. Nonetheless, oh, can we still get up to the top? I bet we can. So beforehand, if you made it yourself, all the way up to the top, yeah, there it is. You could get up here. Oh, there's definitely something there blocking me. What's blocking me? Oh, it's where the railing would be. Oh no! Yeah, having a hard time. Yikes. Well, that didn't go according to plan. Nonetheless, you could put these down. You can actually put like 50 of them down, I guess, if you want to. Right here it is. You gotta put all your stuff in there, and that's what it's gonna look like when it's all said and done. It's only 10 grand. It's pretty wild. Now let's talk about new ones for PC and Mac players. We have the Framest Tillage pack from Not Ready. They used to have this for console as well. However, I haven't seen anything about that, not yet anyway. So as far as this mod, it's got a bunch of stuff, and we've got all kinds of crazy stuff which we can add on and customize. Of course, as you can see right here, we've got rollers which are behind plows, and that's gonna smooth everything down. So at the end of the day, right here we have the heavy disc harrow, and they'll be used as a plow. And if you attach a cultivator behind it, you can prepare your fields in one step. Then we've got the roll. This is a roller, and you could attach it to the V600 right here on the left-hand side and do everything in one step. Then we have the Inverta 400, which is a subsoiler. We have the knife roller, which could be used together with the Inverta 4000 right here and functions as a cultivator. Then we have the deep packing roller, which is, well, a roller, and can also be put on the back of the Inverta 4000 and used as a roller. And then we have the Fracom, yeah, 8000, just a regular cultivator. The 3500, that is a regular cultivator. And then we have the 8200, which is a shallow cultivator. All those are going to be used by themselves. But we have all kinds of stuff through here. We do have multiple different customizations. And then you can also set up the configurations here, whether you want it to be a mulcher or a roller, color options for wheels, all kinds of fun stuff. Is a very, very neat pack. We've seen it before. I think this is the third iteration, if I'm not mistaken. I think we had 19, 22, and now 25. So if you're interested, definitely jump in and check it out. Very cool. I don't know how to say the next one. Eurojabelmann, maybe? I don't know. The MG 3000. It's a 3-meter subsoiler. Yeah, that's about it. It's called a subsoiler, at least in the mod hub. However, in the game they call it a plow, and I'm pretty sure it's a plow. Yep, plow confirmed. And our last new mod for PC and Mac players today is called BaleFinder. Hey, where's all my bales? K-Bot, what have you done with the bales? Well, this mod can help. It shows on a colored map and a mini map hotspots for your bales. I think I said those words right in the right order. So as far as straw, they're going to show up as yellow. As far as hay, it'll be light green, grass is dark green, and silage is brown. It is lightweight with no dependencies, as you would expect. Although I am curious, there's more bales than just straw, hay, grass, and silage? So how are those going to show up? Checking out some updates. We got Lodygowo. It's going to be version 1.1. Unnecessary models were removed and replaced with new ones. Fixed the shop icon, fixed the NPC Walter, and added fields 59 and 60 as defaults for the player. All right, lastly today, the only other update for PC and Mac players, last mod of the video, version 101 of Quick Selector. They have removed decoration not owned vehicles from vehicle list, fixed the vehicle reorder not saving some vehicles in the correct order, fixed the HUD not rendered on some widescreen resolutions, and various quality improvements. And there you go, a German fire truck in an American garage. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did, get subscribed if you do. Join the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications, that way you never miss videos like this one. I hope you have an awesome day. Hopefully this was a great start to your week. We'll catch you soon in the news video. Have a good Monday.